I've endured this discomfort before and survived it so I can survive it today. I've felt these feelings before and sat with them so I can sit with them today. I felt like giving in before and held on to hope so I can continue to hold on to hope today. I made it through yesterday, I'll make it through today. I can do it. I will do it. I am doing it. I am strong and capable and will not give up. I would rather do this with you than without you, but I'm going to do this. So what is this all about? This is 2 days in a row, essentially the same video. What's my point? They're both delivered to you in a very different way. A little bit of difference in my emphasis and the way I say it to you and the way that I've edited it. You see, life is about presentation, it's about impact, it's about how we carry ourselves to get our message across to the people that need to hear it. I don't know if you need to hear it, but I need to say it. I need to feel it within myself. I need to experience this, and this is what I'm doing to move forward. See, I believe that life is about our own decisions. It's about our determination and about our commitment to what we feel we should be doing and getting that done. If you're just sitting there waiting for something to happen, waiting for your life to change, probably complaining about it in the process because you're unhappy, because you're not motivated, because you're not getting things done, or I wish I wasn't sick, or I wish I felt better, or I wish I wasn't always tired, or I wish I wasn't always too busy to do things because there's so many other things I'd love to be doing. I'd rather be doing that. Wow, I wish I could do that, but I'm just too busy, or I just don't have the money, or I just can't do these things. Life can be full of excuses until you find focus within yourself, purpose within your life, a commitment to do the things you need to do and make it happen. I've had a variety of relationships in my past that held me back from what I was doing. I changed my life in many, many ways. I've worked on improving myself for so many years. I became more and more supportive of those that I care about. It doesn't always help. There's still things out there that are beyond my control, except for my life. The reality is I control my life more than anyone else does, just as much as you control your life more than anyone else does. And if you feel like you have your life being controlled by your boss or by your family or by your spouse or by the powers that be, maybe by your government, there are limitations in life. Of course there are, but there is so much freedom available if you find it within yourself to take action and do things. Now, if you live at home with your parents because you're underage and not out of high school yet or school yet, then yeah, you have some constraints on your life. But prepare for where you're going. Think forward. Don't be waiting to make your business plan. Don't be waiting to make your plan of action. Think about what you think you want to do and start moving towards it to start getting there. Even if you don't know how you're going to get there, just start doing it. Just determine within yourself, I am going to do this, and then follow through with doing that. You could wait your entire life and not live the life you want. Or you can get up off your excuses and start doing something to change your life. Many of us postpone life. Life just happens. We waste our time. We do things to fill the void. We maybe watch too much television. We don't exercise. We don't eat properly. We know all these things because there's countless people out there telling us all these things, and yet we still don't do it. I have a very good friend that I care very much about. And we went out today on a bike ride. And he says, well, I don't know why I just can't breathe right today. I can't keep up. Now, we've rode together many times, the same distance that we rode today. He was complaining less than 10 minutes into a 2-hour ride. And I told him, it's like, well, you don't eat right, you don't exercise consistently, and you still smoke. But beyond that, I don't know why you can't breathe today and you can't keep up. Come on. We all know why, and it's obvious. And he knows as well. And he complained about it, and he wants it differently. But the first thing he did when we got back to his vehicle was get his cigarettes out and light one up. So, and he didn't eat all day. He stayed here and worked around my shop, and we had a good time, so I don't mean to complain about it. It's just that He's not taking care of himself. He's not eating properly. He's not exercising routinely, and he still smokes. And he's got a family history of illness and, short lives and things like that. And he could change that. What about you? Do you have that kind of family history? Do you have those kind of examples in your life? Do you have the power to change those things if you would decide to change those things? You don't necessarily have to be overweight. You don't necessarily have to be out of shape. You don't necessarily have to eat junk food. You don't necessarily have to do a lot of things that you may know are good for you. You may not necessarily know how. You know what I mean. Now, I do these things as a one-take wonder typically, other than the way I started this today, because these aren't perfect. And life is frequently not perfect. So that makes these valid. That makes these real. That's part of what I do. What do you do? Are you waiting to be perfect? Are you not stepping out of your shell because you're not ready, because you don't think you're an expert, because you don't know if you know enough to do that? Are you learning so you'll know enough to do that? Or are you just accepting failure before you even start? All these things make a difference in the quality of our life. All these things are decisions that we make or decide to not make. The effect is still the same. The reason I share these videos, the reason I make these, the reason I take the time to do this is because I feel that many people are missing out on life. Many people actually deserve a much better life than they're giving themselves. I was guilty myself for many, many years. It took me a long time to wake up and realize that I had more control over my life than I gave myself credit for. I spent years reading self-help books and a bunch of other things that were supposed to make me feel better and give me an idea of how to get better. And at some point I realized that the underlying message from all those sources is pretty much the same thing. If you want to have a different life, then you need to start acting differently. You need to start living differently. And you need to start doing it. And then you keep doing it. And you keep doing it. And you keep doing it until it becomes habit and it becomes your new life that you can create. Now, hopefully this is with the person that you're in love with or the family that you want to have around you, but it may not be. Maybe what you need to do is change that as well. Change your environment. Because if people are holding you back, holding you down, keeping you depressed, not supporting you, not validating your desires to have a good life, then they're not a good part of your life. Get rid of the bad parts in your life, look for the good within yourself and your surroundings, and make the best of that as you start this progress of making yourself better and better and better. You can do this. Will you do this? That's the question. Take that step and be able to respond back that I am doing this and I'm going to keep doing this. It's the consistency, it's the moving forward, it's the determination that I'm going to commit to this and keep doing it with repetition until it just becomes second nature. I suggest you do the same thing, or at least give it a try. If you've done something like this and you've had successes or failures, I'd love to hear your story. Please feel free to give me comments down below. Let me know what's going on. You're going to hear from me again soon. In the meantime, have a good day. Think about what I said and get back to me. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Concept of his program and the challenge, and it has helped me understand that it's the consistency, it's the moving forward, it's the determination that I'm going to commit to this and keep doing it with repetition until it just becomes second nature. I suggest you do the same thing, or at least give it a try. If you've done something like this and you've had successes or failures, I'd love to hear your story. Please feel free to give me comments down below. Let me know what's going on. You're going to hear from me again soon. In the meantime, have a good day. Think about what I said and get back to me. I'll talk to you tomorrow.